Welcome to my Civ 5 playthrough. I am Necrasin, and on this playthrough we are going to be playing as Darius of mighty Persia. So let's take a look at what they have for their unique abilities. Their golden ages will last 50% longer, and during a golden age, units will receive 1 extra movement and 10% extra combat strength. This is very, very significant, and if you time it right, if you know you're going to be going to war, maybe you can time it around the golden age, but not always. But if you have some great artists on hand, you bulb one of those, you start the golden age, and you declare war, or if somebody declares war on you, pop an artist, get a golden age. This extra movement is quite significant, especially with infantry units, I think. And you get extra combat strength, which is always helpful. Their unique unit is the Immortal. It's a Spearman replacement. It's a upgrade to a Pikeman. It's a little bit stronger. I think a Spearman has combat strength of 11. I have to check. I think it's 11. So it's a little bit stronger. It's not a lot stronger, but it's a pretty strong, very early game unit. And of course, by the time pikemen come around, this thing's going to be too weak. I think it's going to be too weak to deal with swordsmen even. But, you know, early on, it's a really solid unit to have. And the unique building is the Satrap's Court, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is a bank replacement that gives happiness. 2 happiness for each one. And what's wrong with that? Can't go wrong there. Because happiness is growth in your cities. And growth is science. And growth is money. And growth is more production. So more happiness is always a good thing. For mods, I am using the Hellblazers map script, the version 5. I'm sure they got some newer ones out. I haven't really looked at it. I think there's one that they have that was set up for... Well, these were mostly designed for multiplayer use. But this one's quite nice. I quite like the version 5. I tried the version 6 and I had a map with nothing on it. I mean, no resources at all. It was kind of strange. Kind of a weird like Fallout thing going or something. I don't know. Small map, 6 player, 12 city states. This is Immortal difficulty, standard game speed. We have two other mods that are being used. One is Info Addicts and the other is the Enhanced User Interface. We will need to get in game to get a closer look at those. A few other things here. It is the Hellblazers Pangea. And, well, what else on here? Everything else is pretty well standard size. Standard landmass, normal, temperate, all that. Sparse tundra, sparse islands, legendary start, strategic balance. This applies to everybody, not just the human player. So, strategic balance means you're guaranteed horses and iron and I think oil within 3 tiles of your start location. Now, where you plant your first city is a different story, because you can't actually move away from those. But, you know, you do what you got to do sometimes. But quick combat, quick movement, everything else in here looks good. We want ruins, we want barbs, so we're not going to check those. So let's get started.
Upon you, beloved King Darius, you lead a strong and wise people. In the morning of the world, the great Persian leader Cyrus revolted against the mighty Median Empire, and by...
Okay, well, there's a ruin right there. We have ivory. We are surrounded by ivory. I guess that's our regional. Not sure how I feel about that. At least these are 2 food and 2 gold. You can work those. You've got 2 stone and a deer. I'm on flatland though, and I don't want to be. I want to see what's on the other side of these hills. There's gold, deer, tundra, more stone. This is a lake. But there's tundra down here, so the coastline's going to be down here somewhere. Could be right here even. Ah, man, I don't know how I feel about this one. This tile, I think I think all we're going to get is gold if we put a camp on this one, which is a little disappointing because it's a river tile. So there's so much potential food that's being lost with this being here on the river tile. You've got grassland river right here. That's a lot of growth, but you've got hills here, 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 here. There's the whole river system, and you've only got the one tile. Well, two, but if you settle in place, that one's gone. I might be talked into settling right on the gold. We have to consider where the horses and the iron are going to be. This looks like a grassland tile, so the horses could be here, here, or with my luck, they're going to be here, which is going to kill another good growth tile. They could be down here as well. Iron could be on one of these hills, could be out here, could be over here. This is man, I'm not feeling this one. We have to exit the main. If you try to hit resume or restart game from there, it will crash. I think that's because something to do with info addicts. So we have to come back here to roll again from the start. But everything's already set up where it was.
You, beloved King Darius of Persia. You lead a strong and wise people.
Well, we've got a plain start here. We've got gems. We've got gold. There's a couple of bison. There's a couple of wheat. Can't really complain about this start. I could just start in place, or I could jump on this hill, or I could jump on this gold. I would like to see a little more this way, and I'd like to see a little more that way. If I'm considering jumping on the gold, I want to know what's over there. I wonder if I move my warrior to here. Oh, there's desert tiles down there. Petra. I don't think that's going to happen. This looks green right here. Now, I was just thinking, I wonder if I jump on this hill, if it's going to reveal more out this way. Because I might be able to reveal both. Well, this hill's going to block some of the view, so I don't know. Let's go. Okay, it's a lake. Okay, so there's nothing interesting over here. So if I want to start, well, I've got 1, 2, 3. I want the productivity. There's another reason for. Here's what I'm thinking at right now is this is still a river, and the hill you're gonna have 2 hammers right from the start, whereas here I'm only gonna have the 1. Another thing to think about, and that's double the production, and early on that's a significant difference. But the other thing to think about is this is a river tile, and I was just complaining before about there weren't any good growth tiles along the river, and we've got bison on 3 of the tiles here. So if I move my settler to here, we've got a good river tile here, we've got 2 of them over here, and we've got 2 river wheat tiles here, and these are plains rivers. They're not desert. So this just creates another good growth tile. And this might be our iron right here, but then again, so might that. Oh man, surrounded by gems. Does this look like coastline to you? It looks like coastline to me. Yeah, that's definitely beachfront property if I've ever seen it. But that's all right. That puts us, 3 tiles out from it, puts us right at the coast. We're not going to be missing tiles, and we're not going to be taking up ocean tiles that are useless. Okay, let's talk about the mods real quick. We can go ahead and get this started. Enhanced user interface adds this little icon right here, and it'll put one up here for each of the players. And when you hover over them, it's going to show you all kinds of information about them, what resources they have. It's going to show you what deals you've had with them in the past. If you had, embassies and open borders and whatnot, it's going to give you a lot of information. But even more important, right next to them will be little resource icons. There'll be 2 rows of them. Well, there may be 2 rows of them. The top row is going to show resources that they have that they want to trade, and the bottom one is going to be resources that they want. So, like if I get these gems online, I'll see a civ out here that might have the gems icon down there. Alright, well, there's no reason to move from here. Boy, surrounded by gems and gold over here. Man, I might have to build Petra just for the hell of it. Oh, there's no reason to settle elsewhere. Maybe get the citizens up. Yep, that's good. Get you on production focus. Scout monument, we're going to be going tradition. I want 4 cities. I would like 5 cities. All right, nice. Ruin right there. Let's go ahead and grab pottery. I'm going to see if I can get up a religion because, tears right there. Here, let's go grab this thing. Okay, this is coastline. 1, 2. Well, that'll be a couple of wasted tiles, but not bad. I still think this looks like coastline down here, so we may be in the southeast corner. What was I saying? Oh yeah, enhanced user interface. I pointed out all those things, and I think, I don't know for certain because it's been a long time since I played Civ 5 without enhanced user interface, but I think it adds this number here, this number here. I think this was always here. This is a symbol of what's being built, which is a scout. But this little number here tells us how many turns until the scout's finished. That 3. But you see the purple 13 turns until border growth. That's culture. It doesn't have anything to do with the scout. But this also shows us where the governor wants to grow. And of course he wants to grow to the cattle, which is fine, I guess. I want the gold, but that's me. But this number over here also shows us how many turns until the city grows. And it's a little bit hard to see because that's a kind of a scaling thing, but there's 2 different shades of green in here. And I think one of them is your base food and the other is excess food. It's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of nice. You can just look at that and see how long it's going to take to get things done and where the city's going to grow. And you get that black outline that's around it that shows the city's maximum radius. So that's really helpful. You can just look at this and see what's going to be within it. Like the sheep. Yeah, you wouldn't think the sheep would be in there, but we don't even have to count tiles. We can see that's in there. So it's kind of cool. And the info addicts, this provides a lot of information here. Now, I haven't met any other civs, so there's not going to be much in here, but you can get a lot of what you get on the demographic screen, but you can get a lot more details, like especially if you're tracking science. You look at literacy. This is that percentage one. This is what the demographics give you, which doesn't tell you a lot. But you can come down here and see how many technologies everybody has. And you can come down here and see what their actual science output is. So even if the Civ has more technologies than you, if you got a bigger science output, you're going to catch them at some point. And you get the same thing with faith. It'll give you what someone's total faith is. And this is how much faith per turn. And you can look at, let's see, is in here. Yeah, the global relations, there'll be lines going back and forth between yourself and possibly other civs, and this is what the different colors of those lines means: open borders, war, declaration of friendship, stuff like that. Let's see. there is, yeah, this gives you a little more detailed information about your actual civ. And we're first in everything right now because as far as this knows, we're the only civ. Alright, culture, boom. Very, very nice. We should have, do we have enough yet? We're getting close. 2 more turns. Great. Yeah, I just got through talking about all you have to do is hover over here. Oh, that just tells you border growth. That doesn't tell you culture. Okay, 1 more turn. There's our boy. And we are going to start with a typical tradition build. I may take a few into piety. I may go back and forth a little bit. Because if I can, I'd like to get up a religion. Let's have you... We need to locate some possible expands and some city-states. And city-states are usually in the middle of the map or along the coast. I guess that goes without saying, though, doesn't it? I mean, where else are they going to be, right? There's some dies down there as well. 1, 2, 3. Good, they're within the border. See, it does this to me a lot. If I plant the city where it starts me, I always have a Lux that's 4 tiles out. And I punked him this time because I moved over here. So that would have been the dies, but I got him. Yeah, sure showed that damn computer. There's the city-state. Nice. Gonna have him go up the coastline a little bit more and then swing him back this way. Mogadishu. Maritime. Alright. Onto the cattle. Very good. Let's have you see production focus. It's going to go to the best production tile, and this one actually has gold, so... We could come down here, but yeah, let's grow a little bit more. We're gonna need a worker soon, and we're gonna need mining.
Shall the clay
Why is the ruin always right next to a barb camp? Alright, let's see. I do need mining, but I don't have a worker up yet. Well, I may build one after this. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. I don't need animal husbandry quite yet. Yeah, that's alright. I don't know if it matters that much with those first 4 until you get a worker. Alright, we got a archer. A scout archer now. This is something else. I don't know if you can do this in the base game. This might be from one of the mods, but you can rename units. And you can rename cities, but I think that part was in the base game. Alright, nice. Pop rune. Gotta bring that guy up north here. We've got to look for some expands, and I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot right now. We have to be somewhere in the vicinity of luxuries, unfortunately. So, this is a hill, right? Yeah. This is a possibility. There's fish and there's whales and there's truffles. So there's two unique luxes right there. Bananas, cattle, got freshwater tiles, cheap. That's one. I really wasn't planning on being coastal. But if I do put one here, I could put it here, I guess, and just jump right on the bananas. That would be okay. So I'm thinking of putting one down here, one of these two spots for the wine. Alright, let's get started on the worker. 9 turns, yeah. I could shorten it. Well, that's because you jumped onto here. You know, I'm going to leave that on there. I know it's going to slow our growth a little bit. But I want the money and I want that worker done quick. Workers are such a long time to get going. Alright, onto the bison. Good. Man, there's no point in grabbing piety quite yet. Let me see. Am I going to build any wonders? That's one thing I want to know. I would love to have hanging gardens. I don't think... Let's see. I don't think we've got a really good reason to build Petra. I've only got 2 desert hill tiles. Now maybe if I get an expand out here, maybe. There is some sugar down here. There's no sea resources though, so I don't know if I want to put one on the coast, but maybe one right here, maybe here. We need some blocker cities out here. Let's see. Petra. Do I need Petra? You could always, I mean not Petra, hanging gardens. You could always use hanging gardens. Great library. I'm not going to try Stonehenge. I never get that. This is relevant because I'm debating whether or not to grab this one right now or wait till later because of the extra production for building wonders. And I think I will grab it. Because when I have mining and I have the worker, I get these mines online. I bet you we could build hanging gardens very quickly. Melbourne. Okay, nobody's met you yet. And you shot my warrior like I knew you would. Citrus. Nice. One blocker city right there can get both of these. I say it's a blocker city because it's out here, you know, away from my capital. So, I mean, if you didn't know what that meant. Oh, who gives a flippin' rip? Like I wouldn't have found that anyway. I'd love to get another scout out. Alright, we're finding plenty of runes. 5 more turns on the worker. I'm going to have to bring
The meek shall inherit the earth.
I'm gonna have to bring that warrior back pretty soon. I can't get there on one turn because of stupid marsh. There's some wine. Ah, get it. Let's get this. Let's see where our horses are.
Here Hector enters.
That's nice. Do we have iron? We have iron right here and right here. Ooh, excellent. Good, 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 good. Very good. Very happy now. And what do you have for me? Culture. Nice. Okay. Come this way. Ah, some more iron. You know what? Right here would be off river. But that would be a... Well... Actually, this would be a very defensible spot. If someone were to attack this way, they can only hit it from here, or they're going to have to send units through one at a time this way, or one at a time this way. Or, you know, you get the point. You got one tile at a time you can get to it. So that's a solid location. And you've got a Lux right there. There's iron. It can reach out to that bison. You got a bison here. You've got some hills. You got some decent growth tiles here, here. Yeah. One there. But I'm almost tempted to try and put 2 cities in here. But I think I'm going to put one there and have it grab both of these Luxes. So 1, 2, cap is 3. Let's see. Well, we can't go here. That's too close to the city-state. It's still possible to put one here. 1, 2, 3. It's not close enough for the whales. Still think I'd put one right here. At least we can get these 2 Luxes. Maybe another one here. I kind of hate putting a city here just for the wine, but if I don't, the AI will. Oh, yes. Yes, they will. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. I don't want you to wander off too much farther. I've got a worker coming out in 2 turns. So I'm going to bring you back so you can go on protection duty. This looks like there might be some kind of coastline right there. In a manner of speaking, yes. Alright, another policy. Thanks to that ruin. Alright, what are we going to build next? That's a good question. I could build a shrine if I want to try and get up a religion. I wouldn't mind building an immortal just to deal with any difficult barbs. Granary would be helpful. I think I'm going to grab an immortal though. We're going to be building settlers pretty soon, but I want the city to get to pop 4 at least. So what I'm going to do here is take you off of there. It pains me to do that. I'm going to be losing out on some nice cash. But I want the city to grow. Okay, it's going to grow in 5 turns. Good. Immortal will be in 8 turns. Scouting. Okay, that's probably William. He's not too close. Yet. Alright, we've got gold in the Empire.
Thou shalt.
Let's have you heal up. You got any money?
Ik ben Willem van Oranje.
Okay. You don't have any money. Come see me when you have some money for me. We need archery. Yeah, gotten him, I don't know, probably 3 times in the last 4 games.
Ne, Chief Pocatello. Inaen Hanibidena.
Okay? There's no mistaking who he is. We're the most progressive, whatever the hell that means. Okay, the warrior's healed up. How much longer do you need? 2 more turns. Just hang out there. Shoot that thing. Actually, I really don't want to be messing around with that. I need you to be out scouting. Capital has grown. That's another thing we're going to have to do. Rename the cities. Let's see, 11 turns. Immortal's going to be done in 2. That's fine. Hurry up with that farm. Done. Do I need this? No. Okay. Gonna switch that around when we start to build settlers. I want to bang them out pretty quick here. I want to see a little bit more out here. I don't think I'm going to be putting a city this far away, but you never know. I want to get a look at this area too. There's always a possibility I may drop something up there. But I definitely want to put one here. And I definitely want to put one here. And I need to get out and buy these tiles because the city-state's growing straight out here. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, they can't get those for a while yet. Somebody took open sky. Okay. Mine that stuff. Oh, there's silk. And a lot of hills.
The haft of the arrow.
I just noticed something. There's citrus right here as well. See, now I'm starting to wonder if there is a 2-city build out here. One, 2, 3. I could maybe put one here for that citrus. Well, that'll get me both citrus, but it won't get me the sugar. I want to get that sugar, so I got to put something down here. The only other option would be put one here and then maybe one up here somewhere to try and get the silk, but that's getting kind of close to him. He's usually peaceful though. Well, to a point anyway. Alright, settler time. Should I build a shrine? I kind of want to get my settlers out. Okay, 11 turns. No. 10 turns. Still 10 turns. Really? Okay, how about now? 9 turns. Still 9 turns. I guess you have to work a little bit of food. Huh. Well, if that's the best we can do, we might as well stay on the gold producers because we're doing 11 gold per turn right there. We'll get to mining. What are you waiting for, boy? Sometimes I need a little encouragement. Let's take the immortal and go poke around a little bit. No. Hanging gardens. Let's grab the wheel. Alright, a barb camp to go beat up on. Then went another pantheon out of the sea. That's probably, well, that could be England, could be Norway, could be Byzantium, could be Carthage. We'll have to find out later on. You see, we're getting the players' icons now. They don't want anything yet, but they will. I think that's where we're going to wrap up episode 1. We've got a pretty interesting start location. This would be a massive Petra city, but I doubt that's going to happen. But I won't discount the possibility, but this would be huge. It'd be like having a second capital. 1, 2, 3. A city right here can actually get, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I could put it here. No, here. This one's better. I can't get that citrus, but I could get that one. And the silk. And the sugar. That would be big. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure it out next time in part 2. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Have a great day. And I will see you in part 2.